Right, good morning everyone. Now I'm going to leave those there because I've just got some questions to answer now, or some points to make out for the newbies. This is a very warm and welcoming channel. People who's followed me for years, you'll notice in some of the comments they say how long they've been following me. And we've got some amazing people on here that if I don't answer somebody straight away or within 24 hours, somebody else generally answers for me. And that's because we're more like a family and we look after each other here. We don't allow toxicity. Is that a word? We don't allow anything. And we certainly don't allow anybody being rude to somebody. So you're very welcome here. We are a family. I class it as a family. And some people, many of my followers have been following me for a very, very, very long time. I started on YouTube, I think it was 2011. It was my eldest boy's birthday, the 11th of February 2011, I think it was. Yeah, and I'm still here, and there are many videos for you to watch, and I'm just going to put up a little notice that I got from YouTube last month, so I'll put that here. And so I was quite proud of how many YouTube videos, and many of them are on lots of subjects from shabby chic, steampunk, Victorian, you name it, it's there. Hints and tips, what tools to use, and don't expect to get your tools all at once because not everybody can afford to do something like that. But I also share with you places to buy things. When I say that, nobody can come on and mention another seller or another place. Only I do that because if you come on and tell somebody else something, where to buy something, you're hindering my business. So what I do is, if I know there's somewhere that won't affect my business, but it'll help you lot, then I will notify you that. So there's lots of different things that my channel stands for. Now, some of the questions I've been asked of late is, in April, there was a batch of orders that went out, and 3 parcels out of the whole month were they went astray. Nobody knew where they went. And I have to say, only 3 out of the whole month went astray. And it doesn't happen very often. At all. But one of those parcels from April turned up. And I've been notified by the lady whose parcels just arrived. I did refund her money, and she's kindly going to repay that back because she has now got the goods. But if you, in the UK, if your parcel goes missing, it has to go missing. This is not saying it does. I'm just saying this is how the UK deal with it, the Royal Mail. If a parcel goes missing or hasn't been received within the stated time, they won't look for it for 2 reasons. If you haven't tracked it, they won't look for it. But even if you've tracked it, they say give it a month. So even though it's hard to explain. Like, I ordered something not long ago from Manchester. Manchester is 1 hour and 5 minutes away from where I actually live, door to door. It took them 5 days to get that parcel to me. I might as well have gone and picked it up. It'd have been a lot easier and I'd have got a day out. So, overseas, if your parcels don't arrive on time and I start to make inquiries with the post office, they always say they have to give 3 months for a parcel to arrive. Now, 9 times out of 10, our parcels arrive between, and I often say 1 week to 3 weeks. But it's actually, I have had parcels being delivered within 3 days. Miracle. Must never have had anything else to do, but not very often that happens. It usually takes between 1 to 2. It was taking 1 to 2 weeks. It's now taking up to 1 to 3 weeks. And the excuse that Royal Mail are giving are that they're on a changeover. So are they being bought out or something like that anyway? So that's what's causing the disruption. But like I said, most parcels turn up. 99.9% of parcels do turn up. And if it's gone over the 3 months period, I will refund you straight away after that. I've written a couple of times, and I have to be really honest here. And I've said, oh, I'll refund you. Because we don't often, I mean, I send hundreds of parcels out a year. So we don't often have them going missing. But now and again, it does happen. And every company has to deal with this. And I have said I will definitely refund. I'll replace it or I'll refund it. Depending on what it is, because obviously if you've ordered something and I don't have it in stock, then I'm going to refund you. But their policy, not mine, is 3 months. So wait 3 months. If it hasn't turned up, refund. And if I want to claim for a parcel that's gone missing, gone astray, hiding itself somewhere, because it's not a person's fault, is it? Can't be that. Yeah, whatever. Then if I need to make a claim for that particular parcel, it can take me up to 6 months to get my money back. So not only have I lost the goods, I've lost the money. And it's not good for any business. I'm only a small business. I'm not a massive thing. I'm only a small, you know, business, and I did have staff up until COVID, but after COVID, just, you know, I work from home. I used to have a unit. I brought it back home during COVID because I couldn't have anybody, you know, at the unit. And I've been working it from home ever since on my own, mainly. But I do have, my sister comes in now and again to help me. Now, so that's your late parcels. UK, you have to give it a month. Overseas, you have to give it up to 3 months. Not me, not my policies. It's just those, the way Royal Mail run. So that's that one. I've mentioned Royal Mail changing hands. Now, the other part of the parcels orders, right, we have a 5-day window. So I receive your parcel, your order on the 1st. I have to have that order completed and out and sent out by the 5th. And then after that, it's out of my hands. So I'm just letting you know that. But we have a 5-day window. But we only post once a week. So if the 1st, it falls on a Wednesday, say, and your parcel hasn't been completed until that 5-day period's over with, because it depends how much I've got to do. Do I have to wait for things to come in? There's a lot of things to run in a business a lot of people don't actually realise. So if it falls on the 1st and it's a Wednesday, but we ship on a Saturday, it's going to be the following week. Or if Raymond's very kind heart, you know, he has a very kind heart, but if he's feels up to it, because, you know, he's 76, he's not a young man, but if he feels up to it, he will take it after the Saturday. He'll probably go Monday or Tuesday with it. But generally, if there's a lot of parcels to go out and he's not taking them all at once, then it'll all go on the Saturday, the following Saturday. So that's just to remind you, you know, it doesn't always go how you want it to go. It doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. And if I could get it to you within a minute of you ordering it, I would. Because I'm like that. But it's not. It don't work like that. So that's a 5-day window, just to let you know. So if you order on the 1st, it's got to be out by the 6th. And you should have it, if you're in the UK, by between the 8th and the 10th. You know? Anyway. But if you order on the Friday, we're sending them out on the Saturday, and I manage to get it done, it'll go out the day after you've ordered it. That's why some people get them within 3 days or 2 days, if you're in the UK. Yeah. older customers. Now, customers have been, new customers, you won't see how things work. So that's why I'm trying to explain it, because I get a lot of mail asking, what's this, what's that, what happens, what if I do that, if I do this. So I'm trying to explain it to everybody as plainly as possible. My older customers, and when I say I don't mean old in age, you've been with me from day one, or you've been with me several years. They're just laid back. They know how the system works. They know about Royal Mail. It is not down to this company for why your parcels are ever late, unless I tell you they're going to be late. Like if I'm waiting for something to come in, I give you all that information and I keep you up to date. So the older ones understand that, and to be honest, the only people that ever really write to me these days are newbies who don't understand how the system works anymore. I mean, we're the older ones and we don't. You'll find eventually that it's very good shopping with us, because I do give a lot of leeway for things. Like if you want to order something or you see it in the shop but you can't afford it, I let you put it by, and you know, we take it down from the shop and we have it, put your name on it, and we wait for you till you're ready. So we're really, really good, and we do as much as we can to help you. Now, private orders, if you want to order a kit, like somebody's asked me today, oh, the kits we put up keep getting sold before we get a chance. They were actually sold to people in America. So I don't know whether they're up all night watching what's happening or what. But a private order, right, if you say to me, hi Fee, I'd like a black and white kit, £30 plus shipping, can you do it? If I've got the stuff in, I'll do it for you. That's a private order. That does not mean it does not go through the books. Believe you me, I pay for my own things from my own shop to make sure that nobody can ever turn around and tell me I'm doing something I shouldn't do. I ain't one of those stupid people. I'm very aware of what, especially the way the governments are today. No, I don't give them anything to have a go at me for. And to be honest, I am an honest person. So private orders, you can order something from me, a kit or something from the shop, and I can take it down off the shop and leave it to one side with your name on it until you are ready to pay for it. I understand fully that when I put something on the shop, if it sells out within the next 24, 48 hours, that some people have wanted it and not been able to get it because they don't get paid till the end of the month or the beginning of the month. And I have several customers like that. So yes, you can order from me privately. Send me an email, tell me what you want. I do prefer if things are done through the shop because it's easier on the paperwork for the accountant. So yeah, I do prefer it that way, but I understand, and I like to give that special service where I can, because I do understand that people miss out a lot. So you can send me a private order, tell me the colour, the amount you want to spend on it, and whether you live the UK or overseas, so I can calculate the shipping and I can sort that for you. No problem whatsoever. Right, invoices. Any invoices that need to go out, like I have several that pay round about the very end of the month to the beginning of the month. You'll get your invoice the week before. So I've sent out invoices this week. I know they won't get paid till next week or the week after. That's fine, as long as I've given the invoices out. For my paperwork, for my accountant, I have to have everything as done as how can you put it, as clear as possible. And so the invoices are sent early-ish, but you pay it when you can. And I've no problem with that whatsoever. You know, if that helps you, that's fine by me. How often do we ship? We only ship once a week. And that's mainly on a Saturday. If Raymond's going out, if he goes to the shops or something and he's going to go past the post office and there is a parcel or two, maybe 3 or 4 that need sending, he will take them. is very good, is Raymond, and he doesn't get enough credit for what he does, to be honest, because I don't pay him anything, he don't work for me, but he packs a lot of the orders, and he takes them to the post office for me, you know, and he does it freely, and that's really good of him, and I appreciate that a lot. So we do only ship once a week generally. Right, the cost for shipping. Now, on the Wix website that we have, the UK, I think they've put it, it's either $3.69 they've got it at. That's what they say is their standard for the UK, or $4.45. So if you buy one of the big kits and they're heavy, it will cost you $4.45 for the UK. So I might need to invoice you for that little bit of extra unpaid shipping. Now, in general, as I said yesterday, if the shipping is 50p a pound underpaid, don't bother. I don't bother. I don't even have a book and write it down and then add it up, and then once a month or something, you know, just invoice. I don't do it like that. I just don't bother. But a pound and over, then I do, because I have to make sure my books are right for my accountant. And it's as simple as that. So it's either $3.69 that's on the shop, or for heavier parcels it's $4.45. That's for UK. Overseas, it used to be £10. Well, I used to charge, was it £9.50. Then the post office put up their charges to £12. And then they've now said £15. Now, if your parcel, because it all goes on the weight and the size as well. So if you order something and it's only costing £8 by the time we get the post office for overseas, I will refund you the difference. I don't keep the £15, I refund you the difference. But I have to, I think on the shop at the moment it's set at £10. But most orders for abroad now are £15. So you will be getting an request for the underpaid shipping. If I figure out how to change the £10, it will be stating £15 for overseas. And then anything under, if there was not enough weight in it, you will get a refund. It'll be the other way around. Okay? So I'm sorry, but it's how Wix work, it's how the post office work, and I have to abide by their rules. Sorry, I was just having a drink. Refunds or out of stock items. Right, so if you've got any out of stock items, and this often happens, so an out of stock item, let me just, I've got a bit of card. Right, so if you have an out of stock item and you'd paid £1.50, say, then I owe you £1.50. So if you've only paid £10 shipping, but it has actually cost £15, but you had some things that were out of stock, that will then get taken from that. And then I will invoice you for whatever's remaining. Because you've only paid that, but it's actually cost that. But we owe you that. Do you get what I mean? So, it's cost that. Sorry, it's cost this, but you've only paid 10. So then you owe me £5. But then I owe you because we've got an out of stock item. So I take that off the £5 and then I invoice you for the remainder. Hopefully that's explained it properly. Because a lot of people don't understand that. And then they go, where's my refund? I paid too much shipping, or there's out of stock items. And I have to explain it to them then. So, if you've overpaid on your shipping, of course. So if you've paid that and it's only cost that, I owe you £5 and we refund you that. If you don't understand what I'm saying, email me and I will write it down properly so you've got it in writing. Because if you're anything like me, you're a visual learner. Right, replacements. So replacements are, if you ordered that and we've sold out, I was just looking at something while I'm doing that because I've just noticed that there. Yeah, sorry. If you've ordered that and we've sold out, so rather than refund you and we have something that's even better than that, like that, I'll replace it with that. That is our policy. I wrote that policy. That's down to me. I would much rather replace it with something equally as nice, if not better, which that would be better than that, in my eyes, or we refund you. Okay, so if I haven't got anything to replace it with, then you'll get refunded. So that's what we do for replacements. And it is our policy to do that. I've mentioned about putting items away, but the difference is for how long, right? Because I'm limited for space, if you've put something away, I generally only do it to the following month till you get paid. Anything longer than that, I'm not going to do, because I have to, unless it's an emergency and you've had an emergency and you've had to pay something out, and so you didn't calculate that prior to you getting paid, that's fine. I can do that, and we'll, you know, put it over to another month. But if it's just that you've forgotten about it, or you've, you know, you can't afford it, then I can't keep holding things for people. I mean, I've got one here that I've been holding now for weeks, and I'm going to have to put it on the shop, because I've tried contacting the lady and she hasn't been back in touch several times. So, you know, I can't keep things. I don't have the space. So that's that. But you can put things away for a month till you get paid. Okay? Now, if you're a newbie, or anyone who wants, whatever you see, you know, if you see things like that on the shop and you think, God, I can't afford it, but I'd love that, and it's going to sell out really quick, because you can guess, like doilies, they sell out really quickly. So just drop me a line and I'll put one by. It's no problem whatsoever, no problem. Underpaid shipping and overpaid, I've just explained that to you about the shipping. We do refund our shipping, and I do it once a month. When I do the refunds, when I do the invoices, the day after I'll do the refunds. So they're coming. I was waiting for Raymond to finish with the paperwork. And answering comments. Okay. I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of things that I'd like to. But I do try my best to do 100% answer people's comments, or comment back on a comment. And I also do, like, people can message me at the shop and I'll answer that. I sometimes sit and have conversations with people if I've got a few minutes spare. You know, somebody will type me a message and I'll type them, they'll type me an answer and I'll type them back. And then you won't hear off me for days. Because I've got a lot to do. But yes, I try and answer all comments. I do my best. And if anybody makes an inquiry about something, I point you to the right direction as much as possible. So I do my best. If I haven't answered you, you can always drop me an email and I'll answer you that way. The best way to get hold of me really is emails. I hope that's cleared things up. I am going to come back. We're going to be doing another flower, and I've got the glue gun on, so I'm all ready for it. I hope I've explained things properly. Drop me a line if you're a little bit confused about anything, and I'll sort it out for you. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. They're going in the shop, folks. Bye bye for now.